It's been almost 4 years since Real Madrid signed Norwegian wonder kid Martin Ødegaard from Strømsgodset. He was 16 at the time, and throughout the past few years, despite being just a teenager, Ødegaard has suffered heavy criticism for his slow progress. Even before he was 19, media outlets began referring to him as a failed Galactico and a disaster. But Ødegaard's development since his £3.6 million move has actually been quite steady. The Norwegian has taken a leap in each of his seasons since signing with Real Madrid, and this season at Vitesse, where he's on loan, has been a breakout year for the attacking midfielder. While Frenkie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt and other Ajax players get all the plaudits in Eredivisie, Ødegaard has quietly put up some of the best chance creation numbers in the entire league. He generates 3.4 key passes per game. Only Feyenoord's Steven Berghuis at 3.5 and Ajax's Hakim Ziyech at 3.7 create more. He's also highly proficient in tight spaces. His 2.7 completed dribbles per game, by far the highest in his squad, allows him to suck in defenders and find open teammates on the counter-attack. Ødegaard also delivers an excellent set piece, and he leads his team with 9 assists this season. It did take him time to hit his stride, and it wasn't until the game against Heracles in October where the Norwegian cemented his place as a starter. Now, he's an integral part of the team, starting 28 Eredivisie matches. Vitesse head coach Lennart Slutsky, who took charge of the club in 2018, describes Ødegaard as a big player. He's also praised the Norwegian for filling the gap left by Mason Mount, who departed the club last summer after an excellent loan spell. Slutsky has allowed Ødegaard a certain freedom offensively. While he plays as a right winger, he does tend to conserve his energy by staying quite high up the pitch when opponents are attacking, allowing him to remain as an outlet in transition. When his team recover the ball, they immediately look for Ødegaard, who receives either in a central or a wide area. From there, he carries the ball up the pitch, releases a through ball or gets into a good shooting position. When Vitesse are playing in a slower-paced match with possession-orientated build-ups, Ødegaard can slither his way out of tight spaces and whip in a cross, make a diagonal line-breaking pass, or cut in for a left-footed shot. Opposing defensive lines shift their focus to Ødegaard on the flank, and the Norwegian's ability to quickly get the ball out of his feet and resist the pressure can free up his teammates, allowing them to find goal-scoring positions. Stylistically, he bears a comparison to Mesut Ozil and Lionel Messi. Ødegaard is quicker than Ozil and a more polished dribbler, but his passing is not nearly as developed. And while clearly stratospheres away from Messi's standing in the game, the two do share similar positional traits. Ødegaard is best utilised from the right wing, ideally free from deep defensive duties, and prefers to cut in field onto his left foot, playing those line-breaking passes, creating space with his dribbling and hitting diagonal balls to the fullback on the far side. Like his predecessor Mason Mount, Ødegaard may develop to play in a deeper role, but he'll need to be surrounded by a defensively strong team in order to play in a central midfield position, or play in a similar role to the one occupied by Bernardo Silva at Manchester City in a packed midfield, where the scheme focuses on possession and counter-pressing as their form of defending and creating chances. While some of Ødegaard's offensive freedom is by design, there are scenarios where he needs to help defensively and struggles to do so. Like Toni Kroos, he jogs back in transition, and one of his biggest weaknesses is helping his fullback defend overloads. Both Norway and Vitesse have conceded goals from Ødegaard's failure to recognise his defensive responsibilities on the right side. If he returns to Real Madrid, a team that relies heavily on their wing-backs joining in the attack, Ødegaard will need to develop defensive traits to play as a two-way winger. If he plays in a deeper central midfield role, expectations will be high, as that's where Luka Modric has been so instrumental as a box-to-box presence. As of yet, Ødegaard has not shown that he can perform that kind of function, but there are examples of players transitioning into deeper roles. James Rodriguez, for example, emerged as a star in Monaco playing as a right winger and did find a comfortable role playing as a deeper central midfielder at Bayern Munich. "I've scored more and assisted more than last season, and I think I've been improving," Ødegaard said in April. "Slutsky has given me freedom and confidence." Now, Ødegaard has now outgrown Vitesse and is likely destined for a big club. Slutsky knows this, accepting back in March that even though he would like to continue working with him, the chances of that happening were almost non-existent. And whatever happens next for Ødegaard, his evolution as a footballer will be fascinating to watch, and the chances of him fulfilling his potential shouldn't be considered beyond him just yet.